Sherry, and they are both educators at the correctional facility in Fairville. And both of them have been high school instructors as well before they came here. So first of all, I want to thank you guys for participating in this conversation that we're going to have about the 2 articles that I gave you. Did you get a chance to review those?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So we'll just get right into it. So what benefits do you feel a student receives participating in career technical education?
I think that one of the greatest values I saw in high school was that students who just they knew what they wanted to be. Either they wanted to be a plumber or a mechanic or work in the shop somehow. That when they took the career tech classes, that they were really interested and invested in their education. And I always kind of thought, well, why am I trying to teach this kid Shakespeare if he has no desire to learn Shakespeare and just wants to be working on an engine? So they had more investment when they participated in career tech classes.
Do you feel that, because some of the articles I've read, they sometimes refer to the fact that the average or below average student is more apt to do the career tech? Is that what did you see that, or did you find a difference in the levels of intelligence per se? Or
I think there was the propensity for those guys to kind of shift more towards the engines classes. But there were also some really intelligent guys who were doing digital technology as well.
Right.
I mean, it was a different form of technology,
sure,
but incredibly intelligent.
Right.
And I quickly learned to dismiss thoughts that just because somebody likes to work on a car engine doesn't mean they're not intelligent
right.
in what they're doing. So
Correct.
I had to kind of train myself.
How many classes were offered or courses offered in the career technical education area, would you say? Was there?
The 2 schools that I worked at, there were probably about 6 in the smaller school,
Okay.
Both in agriculture and then also into the woods, metals, and engine repair. And then the other school I worked at, there were probably upwards of 10 to 14, but it was a slightly bigger school. So they had more choices.
More choices. And were they pretty popular classes?
Yeah, they were pretty popular. Not just for the guys alone, who you kind of would think
Yeah.
would be interested, but for the girls as well, the female students. So,
Good.
yeah.
What's been your experience, Shannon?
Well, before I came to teach here, I taught at a small school too, and mostly agricultural there too, FFA and the woodworking and things like that. I think too, though, like you say, it's not really a matter of intelligence. In fact, I think sometimes the ones that they're really intelligent, and they're intelligent enough to know that they know what they want to do.
Right.
They don't want to go to college because they already know, they're smart enough to know that this is my interest, and this is my talent, and this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. So why put energy into things that I'm not concerned with or care about? So,
do you think a guidance counselor helped some of these people, or do you think most of them were, just themselves making that decision and maybe a family type thing, or do you think the guidance counselor was?
I think there's quite a few kids who really do know what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
They have an idea all through school. I mean, I know myself, I knew in 4th grade, sitting in elementary school, big guy, thought about what I wanted to be. I think everybody has what they want to be.
Right.
And they go from the pie in the sky, I want to be an astronaut, down to, I really like working with my hands, or I really like reading books, or, they kind of develop throughout, and I think that having that option of that career, or those different types of classes of working with your hands, can really be the thing that keeps a kid in school if they can be in them.
Okay. All right. Do you feel the schools in your district offer current trends in the career technical courses and programs? What the current trends are for openings? Do you think they're keep up to date with that, or?
I think with some of the more traditional tech programs, construction and your woodworking and agriculture, I think they're kind of up to date. But we're going more towards a digital world and more computer technologies, nanotechnology, and so I think we're a little bit slower to keep up with that. funding is always an issue. Some of those newer technologies cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so I think we're doing an okay job. I think it could be better.
Yeah, I know some of the local schools around me, and when I was there, they were starting to drop, like the ag classes, because agriculture has just changed so much. And some of the classes, they don't even offer them anymore. So, what do you think, Sherry? Do you think
Well, I don't know
schools
either.
here?
It's been a long time since I was in a public school system. My niece and nephew went to a private school.
And how are they with career tech? Do they have?
See, they have some, they have the woodworking, but they have like woodworking, like building tables and things like that. But they also have Intarsia, which is more of an artistic outlet of woodworking, but it teaches them all these skills with woodworking that,
Sure.
and stuff, but not really necessarily like making cabinets and things like that. So I don't really know what all they've had. They just don't have the space because they're like one building for,
Right.
to have a bunch of different.
Sure. Okay, why do you believe career technical education programs have been so successful at increasing high school graduation rates?
Well, one thing I think is just that it's one of those things that keeps kids there. My nephew is not a Rhodes Scholar. He's not going to be someone who's going to go to a four-year college and spend his life. He's going to probably do something he would like to do, gaming, building computer games and stuff like that. So, having those kinds of woodworking and stuff that he can do with his hands, and that's really kind of kept him in school, that and basketball.
Right.
But that's kind of what, keeps him motivated to go every day and
Sure.
sit through the algebra class because he can go to the woodworking class.
Right.
I think that as the students get older in high school, that the programs offered become more specific and more interesting for them as well. So when you get a guy who's got senioritis, he does still want to go because those are the classes that are closest to his career. And some schools even offer job shadow opportunities where the kids get out of school for basically a day or two a week so that they can do job shadow. They're in the field now.
Right. More hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you feel there is adequate collaboration between your community organizations, local businesses, and schools in providing meaningful resources to the students? And I know you just kind of said that the district you were in had a job shadowing.
Yep, I think it could be more though. I think it could be more because it was so limited. It was to carpentry, so the students would get out and they would help to build a house. But there's so much more. You look at, well, why couldn't this kid go work at a farm for half a day, or go up to a bigger town and work in a business office or a design studio or something. I think there could be more done.
And I think too, they have the post-secondary, like with colleges, and it's like maybe more, not just thinking of the post-secondary being with a four-year college or whatever, but with like the community colleges and stuff that have that maybe more career readiness or like the CTEs type programs.
Right.
A community college can offer more of them maybe that a high school can.
Sure. Well, I want to thank you again for participating in